Yesterday, I launched my very first online course, and now I'm gonna have to tell you exactly what happened. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? My name is Dave Connery. I'm the seven-figure designer, and I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, this didn't turn out like I expected. I launched my very first online course, and this one to teach people exactly how to make their first own font out of their handwritten type stuff. You write on a piece of paper, scan it into a thing, make a font. That's what this is. And I show you all the little nuances to that. By the way, this video is sponsored by, well, B and Fast Fonts, which is a course that I created so that I can teach you all those things. And if you want to go check it out, there's a link in the description. But you don't have to do that. I'm just here basically to tell you exactly why it is that I believe you should be starting your own first course. I do these things so I can share them with you and then maybe encourage you to go do them yourself, because creating your own first course is something you should do. You have knowledge, you should share it, and you should get paid for that. This is coming from a guy who goes up onto YouTube on a regular basis and shares his knowledge freely. Free! We're not talking about the free stuff today, we're talking about how to get you paid. Actually, more how I'm getting paid with this online course thing, and then maybe how you can do the same. Before we even talk about the money, we really need to understand why I decided to do what I did. Because making a course about building fonts wasn't in my game plan. What was in my game plan was creating a course that was gonna, benefit the greater good, the big picture course. But when I talked about it, I got nothing but crickets. However, when I casually spoke about my experience of building my very first font, I got a lot of people saying, how'd you do that? Okay, I guess this is where we're going. We're gonna do this course instead. But where did I even begin? The first thing I did was I was trying to research how I was gonna be producing my course. Now, I could have made this course and put it up on a site like Udemy or Skillshare or one of these other ones, or maybe I could have created like a Gumroad account and kind of sold it that way. I looked into all of those, but what really scared me away from Skillshare and Udemy was the fact that, I wasn't gonna be earning a whole lot of money from them. The way Skillshare works for users is that they pay a subscription fee every month and they get to watch whatever they wanna watch. And if they watch my videos and they watch them all the way through, well, then I get paid a portion of their money that they spent in that month. So if that person decides to watch just my course, well, then I'm gonna earn that. And that's gonna only come out to like maybe $9. But if they turn around and watch a whole other course right next to mine, or they turn around and watch a whole slew of courses on Skillshare, well, then we all have to split up that money between us. In terms of me getting back my investment in time and energy that it took to make the course, it doesn't play out. On the Gumroad side, that's really more of an independent thing. I could have done it that way, but their system's a little bit rudimentary. It's a little basic, and it's just a matter of like, hey, here's a listing with a picture and there's a link to the videos, go for it. And so I decided to go with a more robust program with Teachable.com, which is only one option out there, and you can go check it out. I'll put a link in the description if you want, but Teachable provided me an opportunity to create a course with all the bells and whistles and, just kind of give it a little bit of a polish that makes it look professional, and it allows me the capability of being able to communicate with the students and, give people challenges and do different things. I believe it was a money investment. That was money spent. But I thought, like, okay, well, if I do a couple of these courses, I'll probably be able to make that money back no time. We'll see. Ultimately, it's really all about the students. It's about you guys. If you wanted to participate in this course, I wanted you to have a really solid experience. I wanted you to get your money's worth. That's why I decided to invest a little bit in that so that you can have the best possible experience that I could come up with. Then I sat down, I wrote out an outline, I wrote out a whole curriculum, what I thought was gonna be, the best approach to this program. And then I kind of probably went a little bit overboard. I probably shared a little more than I needed to, but I figured, well, I wanna make it worth the while. I wanna give it value, especially for people who were kind of taking a chance with me. They don't know a whole lot about me, but they wanted to learn this thing, but I wanted to make sure that they would go in and they go like, okay, good, there's a lot of stuff here. I can go in and I can deep dive into all of it, or I can, cherry pick some of the stuff that I want to watch and listen to or whatever. So I just wanted to provide a whole bunch of value. And I think I did that. I think I did that with this course. So here's the front page of the course, and if I scroll down here, you go and see my pretty face right there in that video, and I'll basically tell you everything you need to know about the course, some little description, and we'll get down here to the curriculum. And as you can see, I have several different sections here. The first one is all about, kind of like the basics, what to expect, and to give you the timelines of all the different things. A little bit of knowledge behind typography, because I think that's important when we're talking about fonts. And then we dig into making the first typeface, and then the second typeface, and then kind of my final thoughts and everything. and some downloads. And there are plenty of downloads, little goodies that I throw in just for you guys for signing up. You got some really good stuff that probably outweighs the cost, especially if you got in for that early bird price. Did you see the early bird price? It's only till January 31st if you wanted to get involved. I'm gonna push, guys, because like I said, there's a ton of value here. Early bird pricing until January 31st. $49. After that, it goes up considerably to $79. So if you want to get in now, January 31st. That's your deadline. Now, what did I do to promote? I talked about it on here a little bit, got people a little bit interested. Whether I did a video on it or I put something in the little community tab where I asked some questions, I got some people interested there. I talked about it on Instagram with stories and all that and got some people interested there. I also sent emails out to some of the people that have subscribed to my Teachable before, because I had another course that I gave away free. You can go check it out. If you go to daveconnery.teachable.com, again, link in the description, go check it out. You get a free course about how to build a newsletter zine. It's all free. You can go do it. It's all yours. Go for it. It's free. But I sent an email to those people that had done that, and I also sent an email to the greater population of my newsletter list of people who've signed up over at daveconnery.com, and I sent all of those out, and I kind of choreographed to a certain degree, and I got some interest. Did I get a ton of interest? I don't know. Not a huge amount. But let's talk about that. Let's talk about how much money I've made in the first week since I announced the pre-sale and the day when it actually opened up. Keep in mind that this course just opened yesterday. I don't have a whole lot of data on everything yet, so what you're seeing here is essentially just a little bit of the numbers. $588 in 1 week. 12 students joined up for Fast Fonts, and I actually have a couple others that I gifted for free for friends because I just wanted them to kind of go through it and give me some insight, what they see, and just so that, I can get the feedback from people that I can trust. Not that I couldn't trust these other 12 people. I can trust that my friends will come back to me and tell me exactly how they feel. That's what I mean. $565 in sales, and if I had to measure it just by that number, I would say that maybe worth my time, because I spent a good several million hours on this course. Okay, maybe not several billion hours, but I definitely put a good 2 work weeks of hours into this project. So that's, like 40 to 80 hours, somewhere in there, to create this course. Is that $565 worth the time that I spent? 100% yes. Why is that? 2 reasons. The first simply being that I'm making the investment in the community. I want to invest in you guys. I made this course, yes, to make some money, but I also want people to be able to find a way to do things for themselves so they can turn around and go make money for themselves, go make a font for themselves that they can sell, go make a course for themselves that they can go sell. I make these things so that you can go make your things and then, praise me because you made a bunch of money. Praise me! And the second reason, which is a little bit more for my purposes, is that this is just the first week. Over time, this will continue to make money as long as I keep promoting it. And it's not going anywhere. It's not going to be taken down. It's just here. So as long as I'm still around talking about things, people are going to come find Fast Fonts and they're going to want to do it for themselves. The only reason that I can foresee that would make this course go away is if the technology changes so dramatically that it doesn't make sense anymore. Over time, I will probably have to maintain this course and change some things, and that's okay. That is what it is. That's the nature of this thing. These things that we call passive income are not really passive income. They are active income that really doesn't necessarily need our attention all the time, but some of the time. However, every morning this week, I've woken up and there's a little notification on my phone that said, guess who signed up for your course today, Dave? And this is only the first course. I've got other courses in mind, and those are going to be coming out in the future, and so all of these things are going to be piled up onto each other, whether people take each course individually or I package them together in a big old design package bundle teaching thing and say, hey, get everything I know for this big whopper of a fee. Maybe not a whopper of a fee, but a bigger fee than what I'm charging right now. All the value for this cost. I don't know, that seems like a good deal, don't you think? I guess it ultimately depends on the value proposition, which I don't know what that is yet, but it's coming soon. Pay attention, it's gonna be here. And you're definitely gonna wanna follow along because I'm gonna be sharing all of my knowledge so that you can turn around and do this for yourself. But hey, maybe you don't wanna pay me to learn how to make a font. And that's okay because you know how I roll. I made that video so that you can learn for free. Of course, it's shorter, but you'll still get there. I really appreciate you. Remember, be good today, be even better tomorrow. See ya.